The weekend warrior. They typically participate in high-level activities, but only in their spare time. They're mothers, college students, and workers, typically working over 40-hour work weeks. Some activities they participate in on the weekend are CrossFit, hikes, and 5Ks. Does this sound like you?
One of the biggest issues with being a weekend warrior is that it's all competition at peak intensity without training throughout the week. These people typically have insufficient muscle strength, endurance, power, and flexibility.
It's like competing in the Tour de France without any bike wheels.
This leads to issues with injuries. So pulling a hammy, shin splints, tennis elbow, turf toe, golfer's elbow, and a ton of other ones.
The American Heart Association and ACSM recommend that you get 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week, or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity exercise, or a combination of both. When performing moderate exercise, you can test yourself by making sure you can hold a conversation but aren't able to sing. For vigorous exercise, you should be able to not even hold a conversation.
Some of the benefits of regular exercise are injury prevention, it improves strength and cardiovascular health, decreases stress and anxiety, improves brain health, it can help manage weight, reduce the risk of disease, strengthen the bones and muscles, and improve your ability to do everyday activities.
We get it. We know you're getting the high-intensity exercise on the weekends, but we're here to help you fill in the gap during the week.
Today we're going to teach you a few basic exercises that are going to work your arms, core, and legs. But before we get into those, we're going to teach you how to do a self-assessment so you can see where you're at now and then test yourself again in 6 weeks to see how you've improved.
To test your upper body, perform push-ups to failure or until your form is compromised. To assess your core, you're going to hold a plank as long as you can or until your form is compromised. To assess your lower body, perform squats until your form is compromised or you just can't do anymore.
For the testing criteria, there needs to be a way for you to measure and assess yourself from 6 weeks from now. So for example, if you're only able to do 15 push-ups now, in 6 weeks from now you should be able to do 20% more than that. So let's do 15 times 0.2, that's 3. So in 6 weeks from now, you should be able to do 18 push-ups.
Next, we're going to go through a dynamic warm-up and then show you some exercises that you can do anywhere. Outside, in your home, or even at the office.
We're going to start off with a dynamic warm-up. You want to get your blood flowing and get your muscles to start activating. In bouts of 30 seconds each, you want to perform high knees, jumping jacks, a walking hamstring stretch, and a walking quad stretch with alternating arm movements. The first exercise is a standard push-up. Keep your back and neck flat and your arms shoulders width apart. You want to make sure that you keep your elbows tucked into the sides. You'll perform 4 sets of 8 of these push-ups with a 30-second rest break in between. Next exercise is a tricep dip. Place your hands shoulder width apart on a chair behind you. Keeping your legs straight out in front of you, bend at your elbows and slowly start to lower your body towards the floor. Once again, you are going to do 4 sets of 8 repetitions with a 30-second rest break in between. The next exercise is called a door row. Grab a beach towel and head to any door in your house or wherever you are completing these exercises. Hook the towel around the doorknob and close the door behind it. Keeping your elbows close to your side, draw your elbows backwards and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Once again, complete 4 sets of 8 repetitions with a 30-second rest break in between. The first core exercise is a plank. Keep your body completely straight and your back and neck nice and flat. Perform 5 sets of 15-second holds with a 30-second rest break in between. The next core exercise is called the Russian twist. While sitting on your butt and keeping your feet elevated off the floor, rotate your upper body side to side. Focus on limiting the movement of the lower half of your body. For this exercise, you'll complete 4 sets of 8 repetitions with a 30-second rest break in between. The first exercise for your legs are a series of lunging patterns. Start by going forward, lunge out to the side, and then step backwards and lunge behind you. Drive your knee forward towards your big toe and keep a neutral or flat spine. Your knees should not cave inwards or outwards during this exercise. You'll complete 4 sets of 8 repetitions with a 30-second rest break in between. The next lower extremity exercise is a squat. Keep your feet shoulder width apart and drive your knees forward and butt backwards. Maintain a neutral or flat spine. Your knees should not cave inwards or outwards during this exercise. Perform 4 sets of 8 repetitions with a 30-second rest break in between. The last lower extremity exercise is a single leg Romanian deadlift. While standing, bend at the hip while raising one leg backwards with your knee straight and raise the opposite arm forward. Make sure you are maintaining a neutral flat back and pelvis. Complete 4 sets of 8 repetitions with a 30-second rest break in between. If any of the exercises were too easy or too hard for you to complete, we have provided progressions and regressions for each of the exercises. If you require either, feel free to pause the video here at each respective exercise and find the proper regression or progression. If you possess any workout equipment and want to incorporate using weight in these exercises, make sure that you select a weight that you feel comfortable using.
Now that we've shown you some great exercises, we encourage you to start performing them 2 to 3 times a week as part of your regular routine. After participating in these exercises, if you feel muscle soreness lasting more than 2 days, you may need to contact a PT.
If at any point you feel pain or you feel like you've injured yourself, you should also contact a physical therapist.
If you have any specific questions about your training routine and want to get more individualized care, then you can also locate your local PT.
Good luck with all the exercises.